we're looking at the narrative that dominates our industry, and that is potentially, because it works so well for marketing, the before and after photo, the transformation, the, no pain, no gain, come in, burn calories, lose fat, all that sort of thing. That's one thing we'd like to challenge that, or you certainly would like to challenge that today, and then offer up a different narrative. Would you like to introduce where you're coming from for this?
Sure. I think that probably a lot of trainers and a lot of people that become enthusiastic about health and fitness from whatever perspective, they always come in at the same point as the consumer, if you like. So if we're talking to people who, okay, they want to make a change, they want to, let's say, lose weight or improve their body composition, that's the narrative that they would see in the public eye. Like, they would be jumping out of them as they scroll through their phone, maybe on the billboards around Hong Kong or whichever city. But over time, and when you start to think about it more, you realize that there could be a lot more to it. And I've really spoken to a lot of people recently, actually, about how we can actually get this message to people without losing them in this world where people only have their attention for maybe 2 to 5 seconds or something like that. And, people just want to take action and change something, which is awesome in itself. But what I think I would really love to do is show them what they can really do, when they spend this time on their body.
Can you expand on what they can really do? Just quantify that in a couple of examples.
So let's say if you go from one end of the continuum to the other, so you imagine a before and after photo where you've gone after it, you've directly decided, I'm going to change the way my body looks because that's going to do me good, that's going to help me in whatever way you happen to frame it, and that's awesome. But at the same time as doing that, you can do so many other things. So if you start to really look at the full spectrum of what a capable human can do, which is actually, it's being labelled as superhuman these days. If you see things going on Instagram, these parkour guys or calisthenics and people who are like wonderful at a certain sport or have a certain level of skill, and that's looked upon as something that sort of out of this world, when really a lot of that, without maybe the extreme cases, is actually a normal human right that we have, that we can do like spectacular things, or it doesn't have to be spectacular, but it can be beautiful without being particularly hard to achieve. And then all of these other benefits you can get from moving the body, which is what we've been put on the world to, which is one of the main reasons for us being where we are in the, you could say, food chain, or in the order of things.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that you can achieve this body transformation type result, but that doesn't have to be your direct primary focus, because then you miss all of these other things. But if you come at it from the other way, when you're trying to think, what is my body capable of? How strong can I get? What skills can I acquire? How can I make it playful when I train, in inverted commas? And then your body's going to change anyway. And you have all of this platform for sharing ideas. There's so much more going on that's going to open up conversations and change the way you sort of view your physicality. So, in a nutshell, same result if you want this transformation of some kind, but you're not just looking at it the way that you've been told to by essentially somebody who's trying to make some money from you. You're looking at it, you're kind of looking at it for another way, and that's what I think we can help people with, as long as we can get their attention for long enough. And that's where we have to then realize you have to pitch it the right way. You can't say what you want to say. It has to be what you think the other person can or wants to or is interested in hearing.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point.